So this is our statement. You'll be doing your own, of course. At 5:30 p.m. on the 3rd of November in Cobble Hill Park, following a verbal altercation, Benjamin Raleigh, 11, armed with a stick, struck our son, Henry Novak, in the face. This action resulted in, apart from the swelling of the upper lip, the breaking of 2 incisors, including injury to the nerve in the right incisor.
Armed?
Armed? Oh, you don't like armed? Well, but shall we say, Michael, furnished, equipped? Furnished with a stick, is that all right?
Furnished, yes.
Furnished with a stick.
Furnished. You know, the irony is we've always regarded Cobble Hill Park as a haven of security, unlike Whitman Park.
It's true. We have always said Cobble Hill Park, yes. Whitman Park, no.
Absolutely. Anyway, thank you for coming. There's nothing to be gained from getting stuck down some emotional cul-de-sac.
Oh, we should be thanking you.
We should. I don't see that any things are necessary. Fortunately, there is still such a thing as the art of coexistence, isn't there?
Which the children don't appear to have mastered. At least not ours.
Yes, not ours. What's going to happen to the tooth with the affected nerve?
We don't know yet. They're being cautious about the prognosis. Apparently, the nerve hasn't been totally exposed.
Only a little bit of it's been exposed.
Yes, some of it's been exposed and some of it's still covered. That's why they've decided not to kill the nerve just yet.
They're trying to give that tooth a chance.
Obviously, it would be best to avoid endodontic surgery.
Well, yes.
So there will be an interim period where they give the nerve a chance to recover.
Yeah, in the meantime, they'll be putting the ceramic crowns.
Whatever happens, you can't have an implant before you're 18.
No.
Permanent implants can't be fitted until you finish growing.
Of course. I hope it all works out.
Yes, I hope so.
Those tulips are gorgeous.
Oh, you know, they're from that little Korean deli up on Smith Street. You know the one at the end?
Oh, yes.
They come every morning direct from Holland. $40 for a bunch of 50.
Oh, really?
You know the one at the end?
Yes, yes.
You know, he didn't want to identify Benjamin.
No, he did not.
Impressive sight, that child, face bashed in, teeth missing, and still refusing to talk.
I can imagine.
Well, we have to be honest, Veronica. He also didn't want to identify him for fear of looking like a tattletale in front of his friends. It was nothing more than bravado.
Yes, but bravado is a kind of courage now, isn't it?
That's right. So how, what I mean is, how did you manage to get Benjamin's name?
Well, we explained to Henry he wasn't helping this child by shielding him.
Yeah, we said if this child thinks that he can keep on hitting with impunity, then why would he stop?
We said to him, if we were this kid's parents, we would definitely want to be told.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, I have to take this. Yes. Oh, thank you for calling me back, Murray. Well, in today's Times, here, let me just read it to you. According to a paper published in the Lancet and taken up yesterday in the Financial Times, the 2 Australian researchers have revealed the neurological side effects of Antro, a hypertensive beta blocker manufactured at the Britain's Pharma Laboratories. These side effects range from hearing loss to ataxia. Who the hell is your media watchdog? That's goddamn inconvenient. No, what I find inconvenient is this is 2 weeks before the annual shareholders meeting. Right. Yes, have your girl find out if this story goes anywhere else, all right? All right, call me back. Excuse me.
So you're
Lawyer.
What about you?
Oh, I have a wholesale company, Household Goods. Veronica here is a writer, works part-time at an art history bookshop.
A writer.
I contributed to a collection of essays on the civilization of Sheba based on the excavations that were restarted at the end of the Ethiopian Eritrean War, and I have a new book coming out in January on the Darfur tragedy.
So you specialize in Africa?
Oh, I'm very interested in that part of the world, yes.
Do you have any other children?
Henry has a 9-year-old sister, Camille, who is furious at her father because last night her father got rid of the hamster.
You got rid of the hamster?
Yes. This hamster makes the most god-awful racket all night long and then spends the entire day asleep. You know, Henry was in a lot of pain last night and was being driven crazy by the noise that hamster was making. And, you know, to be honest, I've been wanting to get rid of that thing for a while, so I said to myself, okay, that's it. So I get it and I put it in the street, and I thought those things like gutters and drains and all that, but I guess not. It just sat there paralyzed on the sidewalk. They're not domestic animals. They're not wild animals. I don't know where their natural habitat is. Dump them in the woods, they're probably just as unhappy. So I don't know where are you supposed to put them?
You left it on the sidewalk?
Yeah, he left it there and tried to convince Camille it had run away, but she wasn't having it.
Was the hamster gone this morning?
Gone, yes.
And you, what field are you in?
I'm in wealth management.
Is it at all possible that forgive me for putting the question so bluntly, that Benjamin might apologize to Henry?
Yes, I think it would be good if they talked.
Well, he has to apologize, Alan. He has to tell him that he's sorry.
Well, yes, of course.
But is he sorry?
Well, I mean, he realizes what he's done. He just doesn't understand the implications. I mean, he's 11.
When you're 11, you're not a baby anymore.
You're also not an adult. We have not offered you anything yet. Coffee, tea. Oh, Ronnie, is there more with that Clafouti left? It is an extraordinary Clafouti.
Yes, well, I wouldn't mind an espresso.
Just some water.
Yeah, espresso for me too, sweetie. Oh, bring the Clafouti anyway. You know what I always say is we are a lump of potter's clay, and it is up to us to fashion something out of it. Maybe it doesn't take shape till the very end, who knows? You have to try this Clafouti. Good Clafouti is an endangered species.
That's right.
What is it that you sell again?
Domestic hardware, doors, locks, soldering irons, all sorts of household goods, saucepans, frying pans.
Money in that, is there?
Well, it's never exactly been a bonanza. It was really hard when we first started, but if I'm out there every day just pushing my product, we survive. At least it's not seasonal like textiles. Though I do sell a lot of fondue pots over Christmas time.
Yes, I'm sure.
When you saw that hamster sitting there paralyzed, why didn't you bring it back home?
I couldn't pick it up.
You put it on the sidewalk.
Well, I sort of took it out and in its cage and tipped it out. I don't like to touch rodents.
I don't know who put the Clafouti in the fridge. Monica puts everything in the fridge. She won't be told. So what's Benjamin said to you? Sugar?
No, thank you. What exactly is in the Clafouti?
Apples and pears.
Apples and pears?
My own little recipe. It's going to be too cold, though. It's a shame.
Apples and pears. This is the first.
Apples and pears. It's pretty textbook, but there's a little trick to it.
There is.
Well, pears need to be cut thicker than apples because pears cook faster than apples.
Of course.
She's not telling you the real secret.
Oh, let them try it.
No, this is good. This is very good.
Tasty.
Gingerbread crumbs.
Brilliant.
Well, to be quite honest, I got it from his mother.
Gingerbread, delicious. Well, at least we got a recipe from all this, huh?
I'd have preferred if it hadn't cost my son too cheap.
Well, I mean, yes, that's what I meant.
Strange way of expressing it.
Not at all. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yes, I have to take this. Yes. No, Murray, you can't ask for a right of reply. If you ask for a right of reply, you're simply itching for controversy. Well, what exactly are these symptoms again? What is ataxia? What about on a standard dose? Wait a second. How long have you known about this? And you didn't recall it? What's the gross? Oh, God. Okay, fine. I'll call you back.
Alan, do you mind joining us?
No, I'm coming. Serge. Yeah. They've known about it for 2 years. Yeah, internal report, but they didn't list any of the side effects. impaired motor function, stability problems, and shit. You look absolutely retarded. Yeah, 150 million gross. Blanket denial. Idiot wanted a right of reply. Well, we certainly don't want a right of reply. We do want a press release, though. Let's put one out saying that some disinformation came out 2 weeks before the shareholders meeting. Right. Write it up and get it back to me. Thank you. Ooh. You know, I haven't had lunch yet.
Oh, please, help yourself.
No, thank you. I'm sorry, I don't have any manners. What were we talking about?
But we were saying it would have been nicer to meet under different circumstances.
Well, yes, of course. This Clafouti, it was, your mother's?
Well, the recipe was my mother's, but Veronica made this one.
Oh.
Well, your mother doesn't mix pears and apples?
No.
Or thinks she has to have an operation.
Really? What for?
Her knee.
They're putting in a rotatable prosthesis made out of metal and polyethylene. She's wondering what's going to be left when she's cremated.
Oh, don't be horrible.
No, so she refuses to be buried next to my father. She wants to be cremated. Put down next to her mom, who's all on her own down in Florida. You know, just with the 2 urns looking out to sea, trying to get a word in edgewise.
We're very touched by your generosity. We appreciate the fact that you're trying to calm the situation down rather than exacerbate it.
Frankly, it's the least we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not at all. How many parents standing up for their children become infantile themselves? If Henry had broken to a Benjamin's teeth, I'm afraid we would have been a lot more thin-skinned about it. I'm not certain we would have been so broad-minded.
Of course you would.
Oh, no, she's right. Not at all certain.
Well, yes, because we all know that it could have easily been the other way around.
So what does Benjamin have to say about it? How does he view the situation?
Oh, he's not saying much. I think he's still slightly in shock.
Oh, he understands. He's disfigured his playmate.
No. He does not understand that he has disfigured his playmate.
Why are you saying that? Benjamin understands very well.
No, he understands that he behaved like a thug. He does not understand that he disfigured his playmate.
You don't care for the word, but the word is unfortunately accurate.
My son did not disfigure your son.
Your son did disfigure my son. Come back at 5. Have a look at his mouth and teeth.
Temporarily disfigured.
Okay, fine. The swelling on his lip will go down. As for his teeth, take him to the best dentist. I'm willing to chip in.
No, that is what insurance is for. What we would like is for the boys to make up, so this sort of thing never happens again.
Let's arrange a meeting.
Yep, that's the answer.
Should we be there?
No, they don't need to be coached. Just let them have it out, man to man.
Man to man? Alan, don't be ridiculous. Having said that, we don't necessarily have to be there. It would probably be better if we weren't, wouldn't it?
Well, the question isn't whether we should be there or not. The question is, do they want to talk to one another? Do they want to have a conversation?
Yep, Henry wants to.
What about Benjamin?
Well, it's no use asking his opinion.
It has to come from him.
Benjamin has behaved like a hooligan. We're not interested in what mood he's
If
in.
Benjamin is forced to meet Henry in a punitive context, I can't see that the results would be very positive.
Madam, our son is a savage. To hope for any kind of spontaneous repentance at this point would be fanciful. Right. I have to get back to the office. Annette, you stay here. You can tell me what you've decided. I'm no use no matter which way you cut it. Women. You all think you need a man, a father, as if that's going to be any help at all. Men. They're simply dead weight. They're clumsy and maladjusted. Oh, you can see the F train from here. That's so cool.
I'm so embarrassed, but I can't stay either. My husband has never exactly been a stroller dad.
What a pity! You know, it's such a lovely thing taking the baby for a walk, and it lasts such a short time. You always enjoyed taking care of the children, didn't you, Michael? You loved pushing the stroller.
Yes, I did.
So what have we decided?
Can you come by the house with Henry about 7:30?
7:30. What do you think, Michael?
Well, honestly, I think that Benjamin ought to come here.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, don't think it's right for the victim to go traipsing about.
That's right.
Well, I can't do anything at 7:30.
Since you're no use, we won't be needing you.
All the same, it would be better if his father were here.
That's fine, but I can't do anything this evening. Excuse me. No, there is nothing in the executive report. There is simply no evidence.
Tomorrow,
I'm flying to The Hague tomorrow.
you're working in The Hague.
I have a case in the International Criminal Court.
The main thing is that the children speak to one another. I'll come by with Henry or Benjamin about 7:30 and we can leave them to have their discussion. No, you don't look very convinced.
If Benjamin is not made aware of his responsibilities, I mean, they'll just look at each other like a pair of China dogs. It'll be a catastrophe.
Wait. Well, what do you mean, made aware of his responsibility?
I'm sure your son is not a savage.
Of course, Benjamin isn't a savage.
Oh, no, he is.
Alan, this is absurd. Why say something like that?
Because he is a savage.
Well, how does he explain his behavior?
He doesn't want to discuss it.
But he ought to discuss it.
Well, there are a lot of things that he ought to do. He ought to discuss it. He ought to come here. He ought to be sorry for it. Clearly, you have parenting skills which put us to shame. We hope to improve, but in the meantime, please bear with us.
Okay, this is idiotic. Let's not end up this way.
You know, I am only thinking of him. I am only thinking of Benjamin.
Yes, I know. I got the point.
Let's just sit down another couple of minutes.
Yeah, a little more coffee.
Coffee bar.
Then I'll have one too. Thanks.
It's all right. I will get it. More coffee.
I see you're a great art lover.
Art, photographs, to some extent, it's my job.
I adore bacon.
Ah, yes, bacon.
Cruelty, majesty.
Chaos, balance.
That's right.
Is Benjamin interested in art?
Not as much as he should be.
Hmm.
What about your children?
Oh, we try. We try to fill the gaps in the education system.
Yes.
We try to take them to concerts, we try to make them read, we try to take them to exhibits. We're eccentric enough to believe in the soothing powers of culture.
And you're
You know, Clafouti, is it a cake or a tort? You know? Is it... No, this is a serious question. I was just back in the kitchen thinking. Linsentort, for example. Is that a cake? Oh, come on. You can't just leave this one last little slice here.
Clafouti is a cake.
Have in
The
there.
pastry's
Oh.
not rolled out, it's mixed in with the fruit.
You are a cook.
I love it. The thing about cooking is you have to love it. In my opinion, Michael, it's only the classic tart, that's to say on a pastry basis, that's deserving of being called a tart.
Do. So, do you have any other children?
A son from my previous marriage.
You know, not that it makes any difference whatsoever. What started the fight? You know, Henry will not say one single word about it.
Well, Henry refused to let Benjamin join his gang.
Henry has a gang?
He also called Benjamin a
Did
snitch.
you know that Henry had a gang?
No, that's terrific.
Why is that terrific?
Well, you know, I had my own gang when I was his age.
So did I.
What does that entail?
Oh, you know, just 5 or 6 guys willing to follow you around and sacrifice themselves. Like Spartacus.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just like in Spartacus.
Well, who knows about Spartacus these days?
Well, these days you use a different model. Spider-Man.
Anyway, clearly you know more about this than we do, and Benjamin hasn't been as silent as you implied. And do we know why Henry called him a snitch? I mean, no, sorry, no, stupid. Oh, that's a stupid question. First of all, I couldn't care less, and anyway, it's besides the point,
We can't get involved in children's world.
and it's none of our business.
No.
On the other hand, what is our business is what unfortunately happened, the violence that is our business.
You know, to become the leader of my gang, when I was 12 years old, I had to fight Bobby Kopecki, who was bigger than me, by the way. One-on-one, single combat.
Michael, what are you talking about? What has that got to do with it?
You're right, it's got nothing to do with it.
Okay, we're not discussing single combat.
No,
The children weren't fighting.
I know, I just had a flashback is all.
There's not that big of a difference.
Oh, yes, there is. Excuse me, there is a very big difference.
Yes, sir, there's a very big difference.
What?
Well, with Bobby Kopecki, we had agreed to fight.
Did you beat the shit out of him?
Okay. Can we forget Bobby Kopecki? Would you allow me to speak to Benjamin?
by all means.
I wouldn't want to do it without your permission.
Speak to him. What could be more natural?
Yeah, good luck.
Stop it, Alan. I don't understand you.
Mrs. Snowflake.
Veronica, we don't have to be so formal.
Veronica, you're motivated by an educational impulse, which is very sympathetic.
If you don't want me to speak to him, I won't speak to him.
Oh, no, you can speak to him. Read him the riot act. Do what you like.
I don't understand why you don't seem to care about this.
Ma'am.
Veronica.
I do care, Veronica. Enormously. My son has injured another child.
On purpose.
See? That's the thing that gets my back up. Obviously, on purpose.
But that makes all the difference.
The difference between what and what. That's what we're talking about. My son picked up a stick and hit your son. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
This is pointless.
She's right. This kind of argument is pointless.
I don't understand why you have to slide in the on purpose. What kind of message is that supposed to be sending me?
Listen, we're on a slippery slope. My husband is desperate about all kinds of other things. I'll come back this evening with Benjamin and we can let things sort themselves out naturally.
No, I am not in the least bit desperate.
Well, I am.
Oh, there's nothing to be desperate about, man.
Yes, there is.
Excuse me. No, you can't take it off the market. If you take it off the market, you're accepting liability. You know what? Fine. If you want to get sued, take it off the market.
Last year on Parents' Day, wasn't it Benjamin who was in that play? Charlie's aunt.
No, I don't want to hear anything about victims. Let's just see how the sheriffs do after the meeting, all right?
He was extraordinary.
Yes.
No, we can't take it off the market simply because 2 or 3 people are bumping into the furniture. Look, I will call you back.
I remember him very clearly in Charlie's aunt. Do you remember him, Michael?
Yes.
He was hilarious when he was in drag.
All right. There's Candy. It's a media frenzy. What we're going to do is a press release immediately. Let's say that the Marines Pharma Laboratories are they're the victim. Yes, they're the victim of a destabilization attempt 2 weeks before the annual shareholders meeting. Where did this report come from? How did it fly out of the sky like it did? No. We don't want to talk about the medical problems. We just want to find out who did that report. Right.
Terrible, these pharmaceutical companies. Profit.
You're not supposed to be listening to my conversation.
Yeah, well, you're not obliged to have it in front of me.
Oh, I am obliged to have them in front of you. It's not my choice, trust me.
Yeah, they'll push any old crap on you without giving it a second thought.
In the therapeutic field, every advance comes with a risk as well as a benefit.
Yeah, no, I understand all that. All the same, funny job you have.
Michael, this has nothing to do with us.
Meaning?
Just funny job.
What, remind me, well, what exactly is it that you do again?
I have an ordinary job.
And what is an ordinary job?
Well, I sell frying pans.
Oh, right, yes, and door knobs.
Oh, and toilet fittings. Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Toilet fittings.
That's
Now,
right.
see, that's interesting.
Alan.
Yes, toilet fitting. How many types of it?
Gosh, 2 different kinds. There is gravity and pressure assist.
Uh-huh.
Depending on the feed, water will come down from above or up from below.
Oh, yeah.
I connect you with my stock manager who specializes in this kind of thing. But you'd have to lay it out to Secaucus, though.
Well, you seem to be on top of the subject.
Are you intending to punish Benjamin in any way? You can carry on with the plumbing in some more appropriate setting.
I'm not feeling well.
What's the matter?
Well, that's right, sweetie. You do look a little pale.
A little pale, certainly.
I feel nauseous.
Nauseous? Oh, here, I have some Pepto-Bismol.
No, it'll be all right.
Well, what could we... Coke! Coke is very good. Here.
I'll be all right.
Well, why don't you take a few steps and get up, walk around.
Here, try this.
Really? Think so?
Yes, just small sips.
Thank you.
Get me, Serge. So have him call me back. Have him call me back right away. But Coca-Cola? Oh, wait a second. Isn't that supposed to be for, diarrhea?
Not only for that.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right. Veronica, if we want to reprimand our child, we'll do it in our own way and without having to account to anybody.
Absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely, Michael?
I mean, they can do whatever they want with their son. That's their prerogative.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so, Veronica?
I don't think it is their prerogative.
Really? Explain.
Well,
I have to take this. Yeah. Excellent. Just remember, if somebody fucks this up, Murray goes down and us with it.
That's enough, Alan. That's enough with the cell phone. Will you pay attention to what's going on here? Shit!
Finish the release and read it back to me. Annette, what the hell is your problem? Do you understand what just happened? Serge heard everything.
Good. It drives me crazy, that cell phone endlessly.
Do you know what kind of favor it is that I am here to begin with?
Extraordinary thing to say.
I'm going to throw up.
No. You are not going to throw up.
Yes, I am.
Would you like to use the bathroom?
No one's forcing you to stay.
No one is forcing him to
I
stay.
feel dizzy.
Here. Stare at a fixed point. Stare at a fixed point, Wolf.
Go away. Leave me alone.
You know, she would be better off in the bathroom.
The bathroom. If you're going to be sick, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, get her the Pepto-Bismol.
You don't think it could be the Clafouti, do you?
It was made yesterday.
It was old.
Don't touch me.
Calm down, Wolf.
All right, let's not get worked up about nothing here. Let's just...
According to my husband, everything to do with house, school, or garden is my department.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And I understand why. It's definitely all of it. It's definitely.
Well, if you think it's so deathly, why have children in the first
Yeah, maybe
place?
Benjamin senses your lack of interest.
What lack of interest?
Well, you were just saying that if...
Oh my God!
Get the dishpan! Go get the dishpan!
Oh, Jesus. Annette, this is ridiculous.
Translate some of it there.
Oh, God.
Well, it's absolutely not the Clafouti.
This is not the Clafouti, it's just nerves. This is pure nerves. all right?
Would you like to clean up in the restroom? Oh my God. The Kakashka.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Just go get her
Oh
the
my
Pepto-Bismol.
God. Oh my God. No, not now. She can't get anything down.
Where is the restroom?
I'll show you. It's through here.
You know, this is nerves. You know, it's a panic attack. You're a mother now, Annette, whether you want to be or not, and I could see why you would feel desperate. You know, what I always say is, you can't control the things that control you. You know, for me, it's the cervical vertebrae. Now, the vertebrae will just seize up, and I just get
What are we going to do about the Kakashka?
say we could spray a little Mr. Clean on it. The problem would be how to dry it. We could sponge it down, put a bit of perfume on it.
Perfume?
Yeah, you can use my kuras. I know.
It'll warp.
Okay, we run a hairdryer over it and pile a bunch of books on it. Oh, or we could iron it like they do with money.
Oh my God.
I'll buy you another one.
You can't find it. It went out of print years ago.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem.
Let me do it. It's a reprint of the catalog from the 53 London exhibition more than 20 years old.
Yeah. Here. Let me do it. Why don't you go get her go get the hairdryer and the cross from the linen closet.
Her husband is in the restroom.
Well, he's not naked, is he? That's that's about the worst of it. Alright. You know, people at Tundra could use a bit more of a wipe. I will be right back.
Feeling better?
Yes.
Can we spray now?
Where's the hairdryer?
He's bringing it when he's finished with it.
We'll wait for him and we'll put the churros on last thing.
Can I use the bathroom as well?
Yes, of course you can. Here,
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
It's okay. What a nightmare! Horrible!
I'll tell you what, he better not push me any further.
She's awful as well.
Yeah, not as bad as he
Well,
is.
she is a phony!
Yeah, less irritating.
They're both dreadful.
Well,
Why do you keep siding with them?
I do not keep siding. What are you talking about?
You keep vacillating, trying to play both ends against the middle.
Oh, no, I do not.
Yes, you do. Going on about your triumphs as a gang leader? Telling them that they're free to do whatever they want with their son when the child is a public menace. When a child is a public menace, it's everybody's concern. I cannot believe she puked all over my books.
There's spray some on the people of the tundra, and then the fajita.
You know, if you think you're going to hurl, you go to the proper place. This is disgusting.
I was pushing it a bit with the shithouse systems.
You were brilliant.
Right, good answers, don't you think?
Brilliant. The stock manager thing was brilliant.
What an asshole! Oh, and what does he call her?
Woof woof.
That's right, woof woof. He goes, oh, she,
That's right. I call her Woof Woof.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's so easy to make fun of other people's nicknames. I mean, what about us, Michael? What do we call each other? I mean,
You would.
far worse, isn't it?
But you wanted the hairdryer?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we call each other a Darjeeling, you know, like the tea. Now that is far more ridiculous if you ask me. All right, let's smooth that all out. Smooth it out.
How's the poor thing feeling? Better?
Better.
I reacted very badly. I'm ashamed of myself.
Not at all.
No, I just steamrollered her about my catalog. I cannot believe I did that.
Okay, turn the page, and then stretching.
Oh my God!
stretching.
No! Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Hey!
You're going to tear it.
Oh, you're right. Oh, he's right. It's enough, Michael. It's enough. Let's try. Objects.
Mhm.
They can become ridiculously important, and half the time you can't even remember why. It's.
Yep, there we are. It's good as new. And so where's Woof Woof come from?
Oh. How much is that doggy in the window?
Yeah, no, I know that one. I know it. Woof Woof. Yeah, no, I know it.
Yeah.
You know, ours comes from our honeymoon in India. Darjeeling. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Shouldn't I go and see how she is?
Oh, off you go, Darjeeling.
Okay, shall I? Oh, Annette. I was so worried about you. Are you feeling better?
I think so.
If you're not sure, stay away from the coffee table.
I left the towel in the bathtub. I wasn't sure where to put it.
Perfect. That's perfect.
You've cleaned it all up. I'm so sorry.
Oh, everything's great. Everything is in order.
Annette, I am so sorry. I've hardly paid you any attention. I've been obsessed with my Kakashka.
Don't worry about it.
The way I reacted, very bad of me.
Not at all. Something occurred to me in the bathroom.
Yes?
Perhaps we skated too hastily over. I mean, well, what I mean
say it,
is,
Annette. Say it.
an insult is also a kind of assault.
You're absolutely correct.
Well, that depends, Michael.
Yes, it depends.
Benjamin's never shown any signs of violence. He wouldn't have done that without a reason.
Well, he called him a snitch. Yeah. No, I don't want to hear from victims. I don't want to quote it alongside victims.
blanket denial, and if so, attach the newspaper. Right, we'll complete the press release and we'll fax it right over to you. If someone were to call me a snitch, I'd liable to be annoyed.
Unless it's true.
What did you say?
No, I'm just, supposing it's justified.
My son is a snitch?
No, of course not. Joking.
Well, yours is as well.
What do you mean?
That's how it's going to be.
What do you mean ours is as well?
Well, he did identify Benjamin.
Yeah, because we insisted.
Michael, this is besides the point.
What's the difference? Whether you insisted or not, he gave you the name.
Annette.
Annette, what? You think my son is a snitch?
I don't think anything.
Well, if you don't think anything, don't say anything. Stop making these insinuations.
Annette, let's stay calm, okay? Michael and I are making an effort to be reasonable and moderate.
Not that moderate.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
Moderate on the surface.
Look, I really do have to get going.
All right, go on. Be a coward.
I'm risking my most important client so we can do this responsible parent routine.
You know, my son has lost 2 teeth,
Yeah, I know.
2 incisors.
Yeah, I've heard.
One of them for good.
You know what? Fine. We'll get him new ones. We'll get him better ones. It's not like he burst an eardrum. Come on, Annette.
We're making a mistake not to take into account the origin of the problem.
There is no origin. There is an 11-year-old child hitting someone with a stick.
Armed with a stick.
Oh, we withdrew that word.
You withdrew it because we objected to it.
We withdrew without any protest.
It was a word deliberately designed to rule out carelessness, to rule out childhood.
I don't know if I can take much more of this tone of voice.
You and I have failed to see eye to eye right from the start.
There is nothing more infuriating than to be attacked for something that you yourself consider a mistake. The word armed was inappropriate, so we changed it. Although if you stick to the strict definition of the word, its use was far from accurate.
Benjamin was insulted and he reacted. If I'm attacked, I defend myself, especially if I find myself alone, confronted by a gang.
Oh, puking sure seems to have perked you up.
Do you have any idea how crude that sounds?
Okay, we all mean well, all 4 of us, I'm sure. Let's not let these minor aggravations, these irritations push us over the edge.
Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's forget it. If all we are is moderate on the surface, let's forget it.
No. I refuse to allow myself to go down that slope.
What slope?
That shitty slope that those 2 bastards have purchased on. There, I said it.
I don't think Ronnie shares your outlook.
Veronica.
Sorry.
What, so now Henry is a little bastard, is he? This is the last straw.
Okay, look, we really do have to get going.
Yeah.
Well, go on, go. I give up. Oh, my God.
Hello? Yes, Mom. No, we have friends over. Like, tell me about it. Well, do whatever the doctor tells you to. They giving you Antro. All right, Mom, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Mom, Antro's your crap, right? My mother's taking it.
Yeah, thousands of people take it.
All right, stop taking that immediately, Mom. Yes, go immediately. Do not argue with me. I will explain later. Well, tell Dr. Parolo that I've forbidden you to take it. Why glow in the dark? Oh, that is ridiculous. All right, Mom, we will talk about this later. Lots of love, Mom. All right, I'll call you back. She's ready glow-in-the-dark crutches so she doesn't get knocked over by a truck. If someone her age would be walking down the BQE in the middle of the night. They, giving her Antro for her blood pressure.
Well, if she takes it and stays normal, I'll have her called as a witness.
Didn't I have a scarf?
Oh, right.
Okay,
yes.
I don't appreciate your cynicism. All right, if my mother develops the most minor symptom, I will be starting a class action.
No, that'll be happening anyway.
Oh, well, I would hope so.
Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Novak.
You know, behaving well gets you nowhere. Courtesy, a waste of time and weakens you and undermines you.
Come on, Annette. I've had enough sermonizing and preaching for one day.
All right, go on, go. But can I just say something? You know, after having met you 2, it's pretty clear that for the what's his name, Benjamin, there have been mitigating circumstances.
When you murdered that hamster.
Oh, I murdered?
Yes.
I murdered the hamster?
Yes, you've done your best to make us feel guilty, but your virtue went straight out the window once you decided to be a killer.
I did not murder the hamster.
Worse, you left it. shivering with terror in a hostile environment. That poor hamster is bound to have been eaten by a dog or a rat.
Yeah, okay.
It's true, that's true.
What do you mean that's true?
Well, it's true. It's appalling what must have happened to that creature.
I thought that hamster would be happy to be liberated. I thought it would go running down a drain, jumping for joy.
Well, it didn't.
And you abandoned them.
Okay, I cannot touch those things. For fuck's sake, Veronica, you know very well I'm incapable of touching that entire species.
He has a phobia about rodents.
Yeah, I'm afraid of rodents. I'm terrified of snakes. Anything close to the ground, I don't want it near me. That's the end of it.
And you. Why didn't you go out and look for it?
Because I had no idea what had happened. Michael didn't tell us, me and the children, that the hamster had escaped until the following morning. And I went out immediately. Immediately, I went around the block and I even went down into the basement.
Veronica, it is intolerable to be on trial all of a sudden for this hamster saga that you saw fit to reveal. It's nobody's business but our own, and of which has nothing to do with the current situation. And I find it incomprehensible to be called a killer in my own home.
What's your home got to do with it?
My home! My doors which I have opened! My doors which I have opened wide in a spirit of reconciliation to people who ought to be grateful for it.
It's wonderful the way you keep patting yourself on the back like that.
Don't you feel any guilt?
Oh, I feel no guilt whatsoever. That little creature was repulsive, and I'm ecstatic that it's gone.
Michael, that's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous, Ronnie? Their son beats up Henry, and I'm getting shit on because of a hamster?
You behaved very badly with that hamster. You cannot deny it.
Fuck the hamster!
Well, you won't be able to say that to your daughter this evening.
Yeah, bring her on. I'm not going to be told how to act by some 9-year-old snot nose.
100% behind you there.
Careful, Veronica. You be careful. I've been very restrained until this point, but I'm about 2 inches from crossing that line.
And what about Henry?
What about Henry?
Isn't he upset?
Well, if you'll remember, Henry has other problems.
Henry was less attached to Nibbles.
Stupid name.
If you feel no guilt, why do you expect our son to feel any?
Let me tell you something. I've had it up to here with these idiotic conversations. Right? We tried to be nice. We bought tulips. My wife passed me off as a liberal. Well, I cannot take this bullshit any longer. I am not a member of the polite society. What I am, and always have been, is a fucking Neanderthal!
Aren't we all?
No! No, I'm sorry, we are not all fucking Neanderthals.
Well, not you, obviously.
No, not me, thank God.
Yeah, not you, Dargy. You are a fully evolved woman. You are stain resistant.
Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you. Quite the opposite.
Yes, you are. You're attacking me. You know that you are.
Yes, this was your little shindig. I just allowed myself to be recruited.
Oh, you let yourself be recruited?
Yeah,
That is detestable.
not at all. You stand up for civilization. That is completely to your credit.
Exactly. I stand up for civilization. It's lucky that there are people who are prepared to do that. What, you think it's a better idea to be a fucking Neanderthal?
Come on now, just come on.
What, is it more normal to criticize someone for not being a fucking Neanderthal?
No one's saying that. No one's criticizing you.
Yes,
No, they're not.
what are we supposed to do? Sue you?
No.
Not speak to one another and try to slaughter each other with insurance?
Stop it, Ronnie! You
What?
are blowing this out of proportion.
I don't give a shit! You force yourself to rise above petty-mindedness and you wind up humiliated and completely on your own.
Yellow. Well, no, prove it. Prove it! But other than that, don't say anything.
We are always on our own. Everywhere. Who wants rum?
Murray, I'm in a meeting. I'll have to call you back.
So you see, I am living with someone who is totally negative.
Who's negative?
I am.
Oh, all right.
This was the worst idea. We should never arrange this meeting.
Told you.
told me
Uh-oh.
you didn't want to have this meeting, Michael?
Yeah.
You told me that you didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Oh, please. Anybody?
Yes. Oh, well.
You told me you thought it wasn't a good idea, Michael.
Think so.
You think so?
I wouldn't mind a little drop.
Didn't you have to go?
Well, I think we can have a small glass considering we've come this far.
You look me in the eye and tell me that we were not in complete agreement about this.
Calm down, Veronica. Calm down. This is pointless.
Who stopped anyone from touching the clafouti this morning? Who said, oh, let's save the rest of the clafouti for the Raleighs? Who said that?
Oh, well, that's
What
nice.
does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? What does that got to do with anything?
If you invite people, then you invite people.
You're a liar. Oh, you're a liar. He's a liar.
I'll be completely 100% honest. My wife had to drag me here. When you're brought up with a kind of John Wayne-ish idea of virility, you don't want to settle a problem like this with a lot of yakking.
I thought your model was Spartacus.
Same family.
Anologus.
Analogous. Michael, are there no links to which you will not go to humiliate yourself?
That's rude.
Obviously, it was pointless dragging him here.
What were you hoping for, Woof Woof? Woof Woof. Ludicrous nickname. Were you hoping for a glimpse of universal harmony? This rum is terrific.
It is, isn't it? English hopper. 10 years old, direct from antique
The
rock.
tulips. The tulips. Whose idea was that? I said it's a shame that the tulips are finished. I didn't say rush down to the Korean deli at the crack of dawn.
Don't work yourself up into the state, Veronica. It's crazy.
The tulips were his idea, entirely his idea. Aren't we allowed a drink?
Yes. Veronica and I would like one too. And by the way, it's pretty amusing. Someone descended from Spartacus and John Wayne who can't even pick up a mouse?
Oh, shut up about the hamster. Shut up.
You're right, it's laughable.
But what about her?
Yeah, I don't think she needs any.
Give me a drink, Michael. No, Michael.
No.
Michael.
No.
Michael.
It's
I swear to
fine.
God, take the bottle. Michael.
Sit down again.
Michael. Michael.
Jesus
Give
Christ.
it to me.
Okay, fine. Take a drink up. Who cares? You're in for a show, my friend.
Is alcohol bad for you?
It's wonderful.
Right. Well, I don't know about that.
Listen, Mr. Raleigh.
Alan.
Alan. We're not exactly soulmates, you and me, but you see, I live with a man who's decided once and for all that life is second rate.
Oh.
It's very difficult living with someone who comforts himself with that thought, who doesn't want anything to change, who can't work up any enthusiasm about anything.
He doesn't give a
No.
shit. He doesn't give a shit about any of that.
I mean, you have to believe, Alan, don't you? You have to believe in the possibility of improvement.
Okay. He's the last person you should be telling all that to.
I'll talk to whoever I goddamn well please.
Who the fuck is this now?
So you're working in The Hague?
Yes. Mom.
Quite a bit.
He's fine. I say he's fine. Yes, he lost his teeth, but he is fine. Yes, he's in pain.
I love this time.
He's in pain, but it'll catch
Right about the head.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's still in pain?
Oh, no, he's not.
Then why worry your mother?
Oh, he can't help himself. He has to worry her.
Yeah, that's That's quite enough, Veronica. What is with the psychodrama,
Veronica, are we ever interested in anyone but ourselves? Sure, it would be nice to believe in the possibility of improvement. But does it really exist? In life, some people drag their feet. It's their strategy. Others refuse to acknowledge the passage of time, driving themselves demented. What difference does it make?
education, the miseries of the world. You're writing a book about Darfur, am I correct? I can imagine you saying to yourself, here, let's pick a massacre. What else does history consist of? And I'll write about that. You do what you can to save yourself.
I'm not writing the book to save myself. You haven't read it. You don't know what it's about.
No, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, God. Oh, it's terrible stink of crows right here.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, no, you certainly laid it on.
I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. I was the one spraying like a lunatic. Anyway, why can't we just take things more lightly? I mean, why does everything always have to be so exhausting?
You think too much. Women think too much.
There's an original remark. I bet that's throwing you for a loop.
Think too much. I don't know what that means, and frankly, I don't see the point of existence without some kind of moral conception of the world.
Do you see what I have to look?
Oh, shut up! Will you shut up? I detest this pathetic complicity. You disgust me.
Have a sense of humor, Veronica.
I don't have a sense of humor, and I have no intention of acquiring one.
Oh, what I always say, marriage, the most terrible ordeal God can inflict on you.
Great.
Marriage and children.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's no need for you to share your views with us, Michael. As a matter of fact, I find it slightly indecent.
Oh, well, that's not going to worry him.
So you mean you don't agree?
These observations are besides the point.
Uh,
Alan, say something.
What? He's entitled to his opinion.
Yes, but he doesn't have to broadcast it.
Well, perhaps.
No, we don't give a damn about their marriage. We're here to settle a problem to do with our children. We don't give a damn about their marriage.
Yes, but...
What? What do you mean?
There's a connection.
there's a connection! Of course, there's a connection!
There's a connection between Henry having his teeth broken and our marriage.
Obviously.
We don't get it.
You see, children consume our lives and then destroy them! Yeah, children will drag us towards destruction. It is unavoidable. You know, you see those laughing couples casting off into a sea of matrimony, and you think to yourself, they have no idea. Poor things, they have no idea. I mean, they're happy, but no one tells you anything when you start out. I got an old buddy from school who's about to have a child with his girlfriend. And I said, a child? At our age? Are you insane? The 10 or 12 good years that we have left before cancer or a stroke, and you're gonna screw yourself up with some brat?
You don't really believe what you're saying. He does.
Yeah, of course, worse even.
Yes. You're demeaning yourself, Michael.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, stop crying, Veronica. You can see it only encourages him.
Yeah, help yourself, help yourself.
It's exception.
It is, isn't it? Would you like a cigar?
Oh, yeah.
Cigars!
No cigars!
Oh, too
What?
bad.
You're not intending to smoke a cigar, Alan.
Nat, I will do what I like. If I want to accept a cigar, I shall accept a cigar. The only reason why I'm not smoking right now is because I don't want to upset poor Veronica, who's completely lost. You know what? She's right. Please, stop sniveling. Every time a woman cries, a man is immediately provoked to his worst excesses. Above all, Michael's point of view is, unfortunately, rather sour. Oh, yes. New York, the date and the time.
This is obscene.
No, the time that it is right now. We wanted to make it look like it's piping fresh, hot off the presses.
This goes on from morning to night. From morning to night, he is glued to that cell. That cell phone makes mincemeat of our lives.
Annette, this is very important.
It's always very important. Anything
not procedure, maneuver. A maneuver timed 2 weeks before
In
the
the
annual
street, at
sounds.
dinner, he doesn't care where.
Put the word paper in quotes. The word paper in quotes.
I give up. Total surrender. I want to throw up again.
Where's the dishpan?
I don't know.
Where's the dishpan? Get the dishpan! Find the dishpan!
Say something about
Oh. Here, please help yourself. Help
Where's
yourself.
Ronnie?
I got it. Everything's all right.
says
We are
Alan
fully-
Raleigh, head counsel for the Range Pharma Laboratories.
Hey. Oh, she wants to throw up again.
What is your problem?
I'm touched by your concern.
Annette, I am concerned.
I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood.
Annette, let's not be like them, all right? Just because they're fighting, just because their marriage is fucked, doesn't mean we have to compete.
What? What right do you have to say that our marriage is fucked? Who gave you permission?
Well, excuse me. Yes, the press release is done. We'll fax it over to you right away. It wasn't me who said it. It was Frank.
Michael,
Right, yes, right.
I forbid you to stand in any kind of judgment over our relationship.
I don't want you to stand in judgment over my son.
Oh, that has nothing to do with it, and your son injured ours.
They're young. They're kids. Kids have always beaten each other up at recess. It's the law of life.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. One must go through a sort of apprenticeship before violence gives way to what's right. Ha ha! Remember, might means right.
Possibly in prehistoric times, not in our society.
Our society. Go ahead. Explain our society.
You are exhausting. These conversations are exhausting.
You see, Veronica, I believe in the God of Carnage. He has ruled uninterruptedly since the dawn of time. You were interested in Africa, am I right? Are you all right?
Don't worry about me.
Oh, no, I am worried.
Everything's fine.
As a matter of fact, I just came back from the Congo. Over there, little boys are taught to kill from the age of 8 years old. Throughout their childhood, they may kill hundreds of people with a machete,
Oh
with a kalash, with a thump gun. So you'll understand that when my son picks up a bamboo rod, hits his playmate, and knocks out a tooth,
It's two.
even two, at Cobble Hill Park, I'm liable to be less susceptible to the horror and indignation.
You are wrong.
Thumb gun.
Yes, that's what they call a grenade launcher.
You alright?
Perfectly.
What is the matter with her? What is the matter with you?
It's just bile, it's nothing.
Listen, don't lecture me about Africa. I know all about Africa's martyrdom. I've been steeped in it for months.
Oh, no, I don't doubt it. Did you know that the ICC is doing an inquiry on Darfur?
You think I didn't know about that?
Do not get her started on that, for God's sake.
Michael, you know what?
You know something? I'm starting to like you.
Well, I don't like you.
She's a defender of peace and civility in the world, folks.
Shut up! We're living in America. We're not living in Kinshasa. We're living in America according to the principles of Western society. What happens in Cobble Hill Park reflects the values of Western society, of which if it is all the same to you, I am happy to be a member.
Yeah. Beating up your husband, is that one of those principles, is it?
Michael, this is going to end badly.
She attacked you in such a frenzy. If I were you, I'd be flattered.
Oh, I'll do it again in a minute.
He's making fun of you. Do you realize
I
that?
don't give a shit.
I am not making fun. Besides, morality decrees that we control our impulses. Although I think sometimes it's better not to control them. You don't want to be singing Ave Maria when you're fucking.
Where can I get some of this rum?
That vintage, I don't think you can.
Thump gun. Thump gun, you're right.
Yeah, no, thump gun, that's correct.
Why don't you just say grenade launcher?
Because thump gun is correct. It's like you say Kalaj instead of Kalishnikov.
Who's this you?
That's enough, Annette. That's enough.
Oh, the great warriors. Like my husband. You have to give them some leeway. They have trouble working up an interest in local events.
No, that is true.
I don't see why. I don't see why. We are citizens of the world. I don't see why we should give up the struggle just because it's in our own backyard.
Oh, please, Veronica, do stop shoving down your thought of the day down our throats.
I'm going to kill him.
Yep. No. Don't say crude. Say regrettable.
You're right, this is excruciating.
Yeah, that's it. All right, it's all set. Send it over. Thank you. Oh, well, what were we saying?
I was saying,
Okay.
whether my husband likes it or not, that no one place is more important than another when it comes to exercising vigilance.
Vigilance. Annette, do you really want to keep doing that the state that you're in?
What state? On the contrary.
Oh, vigilance. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? That is interesting. Oh, yes. No. We don't want to do any interviews before the press release gets released.
That's it. I insist that you break off this horrendous conversation.
Absolutely not. The stockholders don't give that. No. The stockholders are king. Remember? Annette? Annette? What are you? Oh, my God! No! What's wrong with you?
This is incomprehensible. You should be locked up. I do not understand. That was completely irresponsible of you.
My entire life was in this phone.
His whole life! Oh, where's my drink?
I don't know how to. I just got it. 2 hours ago.
Look at the...
There for now.
Listen to me. They don't give a fuck.
Veronica, you can at least have the manners to not laugh at this.
My husband will have spent his entire afternoon blow drying.
You know what? It's fun. Don't worry about it.
I think I'm at
Let it sit for a little bit. Do you need my phone?
This rum is terrific.
Really? I have to say.
Yes. What is it you have to say, Michael?
I really don't know what to say.
Okay. Well, if you ask me, everyone's feeling fine. If you ask me, everyone's feeling better. Everyone's much calmer, don't you think? Men are so wedded to their gadgets. It belittles them. It takes away all of their authority. A man needs to keep his hands free, if you ask me. Even an attaché case is enough to put me off. There was a man once I found really attractive, but then I saw him with a square shoulder bag. A man's shoulder bag, but that was it. There is nothing worse than a shoulder bag. Although there's also nothing worse than a cell phone. A man ought to give the impression that he's alone, if you ask me. I mean that he's capable of being alone. I also have a John Wayne-ish idea of virility. And what was it he had? A Colt 45! A device for creating a vacuum. A man who can't give the impression that he's a loner has no texture. So, Michael, are you happy? It is somewhat fractured a little. What was it you said? I've forgotten the word. But in the end, everyone's feeling more or less all right. If you ask me.
Should probably warn you, rum drives you crazy.
I've never felt more normal.
Right.
starting to feel rather pleasantly serene.
Well, isn't that wonderful? Rather pleasantly serene.
As for you, Darjeeling, I really don't see what's to be gained by getting publicly smashed.
Kiss my ass.
Tell him.
Here, Alan, take one.
Oh my
Relax.
Cigars are not smoked in this house.
These are Cuban Tahiba number 3, number 4, Monte Cristo.
You don't smoke in a house with an asthmatic child.
Who's asthmatic?
Our son.
Didn't stop you from buying a fucking hamster.
It's true. If someone has asthma, keeping animals isn't recommended.
Oh, completely unrecommended.
Even a goldfish can be risky.
Do I have to stand here and listen to this fatuous nonsense? I'm sorry, but no wonder I'm the only one of us who's not feeling rather pleasantly serene. In fact, I've never been so unhappy. I think this is the unhappiest day of my life.
Because you are always unhappy when you drink.
Michael, every word that comes out of your mouth is destroying me. I don't drink. I drink a mouthful of this shitty rum you're waving about as if you're showing the congregation the Shroud of Turin. I don't drink, and I bitterly regret it. It would be nice to take refuge in a little drop at every minor setback.
My husband's unhappy as well. Look at him slumped. He looks as if someone's left him by the side of the road. I think it's the unhappiest day of his life, too.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Wawa.
Will you turn off that blow dryer? That thing is toast.
Yes. Because it could kill you, Mother. That medication is poison. Hold on, I'm gonna have someone explain it to you. Explain it to you.
Explain it to who?
But just tell them all everything you know about that crap you've been peddling.
Oh, hello, madam.
What can he tell her? He doesn't know the first thing about it.
Oh, you're in pain. Well, I'm sorry about that. The operation will fix that. No, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. She keeps calling me a doctor.
Doctor, this is grotesque. Hang up.
Let me ask you, miss, are you having any trouble with your balance? Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. No. You don't want to be listening to any of that. Although I do have to say, I would stop taking it for the time being. Well, at least until after your operation. No, you know what? You do sound like you're in pretty good shape.
All right, is that clear, Mom? Yes, stop taking it. Please, why do you always have to argue with me? Just do what you're told and stop taking the medication. Yes, we will talk about this later. Lots of love from all of us, Mom. She's driving me insane! She's one pain in the balls after another.
Right then. What have we decided? Shall I come back this evening with Benjamin?
Oh,
No one seems to give a rat's ass anymore. All the same, I should point out, that's what we're here for.
oh, I'm starting to feel sick. Where's the pen?
And that's enough.
Where's the pen?
In my mind, there are wrongs on both sides. That's it, wrongs on both sides.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you aware of what you're saying?
I am, yeah.
My son Henry, to whom I was obliged to give 2 extra strength Tylenol last night, is in the wrong.
It's not necessarily innocent.
Fuck off. I have had quite enough of you. Fuck off!
My purse! Alan!
You know what? I am just so
What is going on? Oh, they've lost their shit!
We are going.
It's not as though I'm strangling her.
What have I done to you?
You are so full of shit, Veronica. This simplistic baloney, we've all had it up to here with it.
I stand by everything I've said.
Oh, yeah, you stand by what you said. You stand by what you said. Your infatuation with a bunch of Sudanese coons is bleeding into everything now, isn't it?
I am appalled. Why are you choosing to show yourself in this horrible light?
Because I like it. I like showing myself in this horrible light.
You may understand the extreme gravity of what is going on in that part of the world, and you will be ashamed at this inertia and this repulsive nihilism.
You are just wonderful, Dargy. You are the best of all of us.
I am, yes.
Let's get out of here, Alan. These people are monsters.
No, Annette, you have had enough.
No, I want to drink some more. I want to get bombed out of my mind. This bitch!
Oh, no!
Don't you lie for me! Oh, my God! And no one bats an eye! I want to get drunk.
You already are.
Why are you letting them call our son an executioner? You come to their house to settle things, and you get insulted and bullied and lectured on how to be a good citizen of the planet? Our son did all the floors, and I wipe my ass with your Bill of Rights!
Oh, little drop of rum and the real face comes out.
I told you, didn't I tell you?
What did you tell
Well,
him?
she's a phony. This woman is a phony. I'm sorry.
When did you tell him that?
When you were in the bathroom.
You knew her for only 15 minutes and you could tell she was a
Oh,
phony.
it's the kind of thing I can pick up on right away.
It's true.
I have an instinct for that kind of thing.
Phony? What does that mean?
I don't want to hear any more of this. Why are you putting me through this, Alan?
Calm down, Wolf.
Oh, she's someone who tries to smooth the rough edges over, period. She doesn't care any more than you do.
It's
She's
true.
all front.
It's true.
No, that is true.
It's true. Are you saying it's true?
They don't give a fuck. They haven't given a fuck since the start. Her too. It's true.
Oh, what? And you do, Michael? Honey, let me say something. In what way do you care, Michael? Huh? What does that word even mean? No one in this room cares. Except maybe Veronica, whose integrity must be acknowledged.
Don't acknowledge me. Don't you acknowledge me.
I care. I absolutely care.
You don't. We don't care. That's. We're not social crusaders. It reminds me. I saw your friend Jane Fonda on TV the other day. Maybe you want to join the KKK.
What? What friend? What does Jane Fonda have to do with any of this?
You're all part of the same breed.
Committed. Problem solving. That's not what we like about women. What we like about women is sensuality, wildness, hormones. This whole big song and dance about intuition, being the saviors of the world. Just makes us depressed. Look at your husband. He's depressed.
Hey, don't speak for me.
Oh, who gives a flying fuck what you think about women? Where does this lecture come from a man like you who could be getting a fuck for your opinion?
Yelling. You're yelling like a stuck pig.
Oh, what? And doesn't she yell? Didn't she yell when she said that her son had done well to clown ours?
Yes, he did, Joel. At least he's not sniveling little cunt.
Whoa! Yours is a snitch. Is that any better?
Let's get out of here. What are we doing staying in this dump? You know what? There. That's what I think about your hideous flowers, your pathetic tulips. Ha ha ha! That's the worst thing in my life as well. Thanks.
Broken?
No.
You know, what I always say is that... Leave it. Just leave it.
No.
Hello? Oh, honey, yes. Oh, good, good. Will you be able to do your homework at Annabelle's? No, honey, no, we haven't found her yet. Yes, I went all the way to the grocery store, but you know, my love, Nibbles is very resourceful. I think you have to have faith in her. Yeah, Daddy is very sad. He didn't mean to upset you. Yes, of course you will. Of course you'll speak to him again. Listen, honey, we're already worried enough about your brother. She'll eat. Honey, she'll eat leaves, acorns, horse chestnuts. She knows what food she needs. She'll eat worms, snails, stuff that drops out of trash cans. She's like us. She's omnivorous. Okay, all right. See you soon, sweetheart.
You know that creature's probably stuffing its face as we speak.
No.
What do we know?